What's going on, y'all? And welcome to Backlash 2023 review. Where I gotta say, this was a good pay-per-view. For one, a plus for me already out the gate. I can tell you two pluses. One, three. One is that it's not called WrestleMania Backlash anymore. Triple H returned it back to Backlash, and two, the San Juan Puerto Rico crowd, man, they were fire on SmackDown. I seen SmackDown, no SmackDown review, but I seen it, and the press conference SmackDown, even on Backlash, this crowd was amazing, the best crowd. Now this is the crowd that should have been for the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. This would have been the perfect crowd for the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, because they were just electric. They was in it, not just for their homegrown people, but also for Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, everybody got to feel the love from the San Juan crowd. So, and then we had a surprise return. So let's get to it. The first match of the night, which is Bianca Belair versus Io Sky for the Raw Women's Championship, and this match was good. It was good. And I mean, it went to this. It went longer than I thought it was gonna be. This match went for almost. I want to say it did to almost 30 minutes. It almost went for the first 30 minutes of the night. And it was more. I know it was more than 20. And this match went the distance, and it was good. It was good work from both competitors. Both Bianca and Io tore the house down. And I mean, I can say this: they set the tone for the rest of the night just by that. Because nothing. There was only one match I could say that, and it's going to be a surprise what match I'm going to tell you that felt bad, but everything besides this one match was good, and this was good. Bianca would get the win though and retain, becoming the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion of the modern era. We get the second match, which is here goes a surprise. This ain't the match I was talking about that was bad. This match was actually good. The second match of the night is Seth Rollins versus Omos. I know. I'm literally sitting here. Triple H has done a magnificent job. I can literally sit here and say I enjoy a match with Omos in it. And this match, Seth versus, I don't know, it was because it's Seth. I don't know what it was, but this is Omos showed a lot more than he has shown in his previous matches. And this match was good. The crowd was into it. I was into it. Seth, I don't know how, but Omos, I actually enjoyed it. I'm not saying this was like, it was like good as it was just an okay match. No, this was actually good. Was it as good as the Bianca match before it? No, but it wasn't worse either. It was just maybe like a notch or two above below that, but still, it was a good. To say that this is a good match, especially with Omos in it, that's a feat in itself. They both did their thing, and Seth Rollins. I mean, Omos. I enjoy Omos as the big monster heel giant, because they actually used him the way he's supposed to be used, and Seth Rollins did his thing, and he would win, and pretty much going. I know he's going to be in the tournament tomorrow. So, let's see. We get the next championship match, which is Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed for the United States Championship match. And this was a good match. So I know you're sitting there wondering, what match did he? If it's not the Omos match, what match is bad? Trust me, you're gonna. I won't say it was bad, but it was disappointing. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This match right here was good. Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and them did their thing. And it was multiple times where I thought, going into this, I did not have Austin Theory as the victor. I had Bobby Lashley or Bronson Reed taking the victory here. And they all did a magnificent job of subverting expectations, making you believe that either all three men could possibly walk out. But in the end, Austin Theory would take advantage of Bobby Lashley's handiwork and get the victory to retain and still be your United States champion. Which means after all roster goes into effect starting tomorrow, which means both the new roster for SmackDown and the new roster for Raw will start tomorrow. And I think, yeah, Gunther. So now on Raw, it will be the Intercontinental Champion as the secondary mid card title, and the mid card title for SmackDown will be the United States. Moving on, we got the next championship match, which is Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and this was a good match itself too. Very emotional for Zelina. Those who don't know, Zelina lost her father in the 9/11's attack, so she was very emotional because she dedicated this match to her father. And Zelina, we all know your father was very proud of his baby girl. I truly believe, even though it ended the way I knew it wasn't a total squash. Zelina wasn't winning, but they made her look good, and she looked good. They made you believe that with enough time and effort and put into her, she could be a champion in the future. And she worked over Rhea worked over her. I love that they played to her Puerto Rican heritage. They got the oh man, I don't want to mess up the name, but it's a flip flop, but they call it something else. But basically, it's a sign of that's what Puerto Rican mothers use to whoop their children. And I love they used that. Zelina grabbed it from her mom to throw it at Rhea Ripley, but it was cool, man. This was a good match, emotional for Zelina, but Rhea Ripley will win and get and retain her title. We got this next one. This is where the return happened. Well, two returns. Freak. I forgot the dude. It was a WWE legend, but I think his last name is he's called Vega too. But he was a WWE legend, and another person returned. But Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, the San Juan street fight match was great. Bad Bunny, I would tell you, people like Bad Bunny and Logan Paul, they have impressed me because they come in and took to the WWE so well that they made me believe they actually could be legit wrestlers. And Bad Bunny, after his performance tonight or last night, I honestly believe he could be a champion down the line in WWE because they both really practice. And Bad Bunny, he's a recording artist, but he really loves WWE, and he really shows that. Just like Logan Paul, they really take practicing and honing their craft very seriously, and I love that about them. And the crowd was into it. The crowd, just like they did with Seth Rollins, just like Cody Rhodes, their son, Bad Bunny's son, they was into it. And I was into this match. This match was good. A lot of weapons, a lot of chair shot, Kendall shot, trash cans. People going through tables. Man. There was that great spot where Damian Priest put Bad Bunny through the table using the South of Heaven out there, and it was in like this little area with the crowd. That was good, man. Like this is what a street fight looked like. It's not just about being in the ring. It's about brawling everywhere, and they lived up to that. But the Judgment Day would try to come in, or at least Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, they would try to come in to help Damian Priest, but then we got Rey Mysterio coming out first to help out. But then the numbers game was too much, and then his music hit. They brought back Carlito. Carlito came out and helped. Is now, I guess, now a part of LWO, and he's helping Rey Mysterio. He has the apple. He went to bite it, but then Dominic tried to stop him, but he ended up with the help of Rey Mysterio. He would end up doing his signature, apple spit on Dominic Mysterio, and they were saying Finn Balor them, and that's what the old dirty legend, I think it's Sal Vega or something like that. He came out and helped them. And he also, there was a backstage promo like earlier in the night too, where he gave custom San Juan kendo stick to Bad Bunny. He would come out and help them fend off Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor. This allowed Bad Bunny to hit I forgot they call it the Bad Bunny Destroyer. It's basically the Canadian Destroyer, but they call it the Bad Bunny Destroyer. And he would get the victory over Damian Priest. Very good match. We would get the Bloodline versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle. And this surprised me because of who actually won, but it made sense when you look at it as a story standpoint. But I did not have them as the winner. But the Bloodline worked well. This was a good match. The story here, though, was the continued disintegration, the continued split of the Usos and the Bloodline, because throughout the match, Jay, Jimmy, and Solo would mostly Jay and Solo, but Jimmy would feel a little bit of it too. Like unexpected tags, like they get ready to do something, but then Solo would just tag himself in and get on that look, and Jimmy was like, okay, that's hey, go ahead, do what you do. But Jay was different when he did it to Jay. Jay stared him down like he wasn't supposed to do it. At one point, get into an argument, telling at the one point, he did it again. But as stare Jay down, Jay would get out, but then he would do it back to Solo and argue him, telling him, "I got him. You stay out there." And this would start a little tease like Solo was getting ready to Samoan Spike, because at one point it was like him standing up, Solo was standing up, Matt Riddle, and Jay was down, and he had the choice of who he was going to attack, and he turned toward Jay like he was getting ready to attack Jay, but Matt Riddle would come back and flash knee Solo, but then everybody just got involved. Solo was Samoan Spike, carrying on the soul that Samoan Spike. Oh man, and then he hit somebody else with the Samoan Spike. And then he would grab, because Jay would come up and like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, trying to, hitting him on the back. He would turn around and grab Jay and hesitate like he wanted so bad that someone spite Jay. And Jay was like, man, you crazy, get off me. He said, what, you gonna hit me, your brother? I'm your brother. I'm your brother, not him. But then again, when Solo would get attacked, they would go on to finish the match, where Samoa Spike to either Sammy or Matt Riddle for the pin by Solo, and it was to Matt Riddle, because he hit the bro Derek, basically the move that looked like the Styles Clash, but he didn't realize Solo had tagged himself in, and then he would get hit with a Samoan Spike, and Solo would get the victory. But the story here is that sooner or later, and I think it's sooner, because this Friday, Roman returns, and we're going to see that trigger finally get pulled. Now I know you're thinking, like, he's went through all these matches. He said, and this match is another good match. That Bloodline match versus that match with the Bloodline stuff, that was a good match. So that only leaves one more match, the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. I know you're about to say that there's no other matches. This can't be, are you serious? This can't be the match that you were talking about that was disappointing or bad. I'm like, unfortunately, it is. This is the match. I'm conflicted about this match because the match started off hot, good, and as it just when it was getting to the apex, like you was really getting into it. You was really like, oh man, it's really getting there. Just like it's doing just like the other matches before. It's really getting there, and it's it's over. That's it. That was 1, 2, 3. Oh, we really didn't get much. I mean, I understand this was the last match of the night, but geez, this was the build up to this. Okay. The matches before this didn't have as much build up as this match did, but they all did great. Even the Omos match that came out of nowhere was good. How did a match that had so much build up was not the best, one of the best matches of the night? This match, in my opinion, was a disappointment because the moment it started to really get good, it was over. And Cody Rhodes got the victory. He got a roll-up victory after Brock Lesnar basically busted himself open because I think while he was getting German suplex, Cody Rhodes held on to one of the turnbuckle covers and he exposed this, the little steel part of it, and Brock Lesnar tried to attack Cody, but Cody moved out the way. He, smacked his head on it, busted himself open, but then he put him in the Kimura lock. But Cody Rhodes would not, instead of get out of it, he would reverse it into a pin while still being in the Kimura lock and pin Brock Lesnar. And just like that's when it was like, oh man, this is getting good. We got some blood. We got some. Oh, it's over. Okay, it's over. Oh. Yeah, and I'm like I said, I'm disappointed about it because it felt flat. Like, just because the matches that came before this was so good and had you in it, nothing was boring. And then you get to this match, and this match is supposed to be the icing on the cake. This supposed to be, oh man, all hell's gonna break loose, and it really didn't. Like, in my opinion, this should not have been the main event. This should not have been the main event. This should have been the match before. Like, the Bloodline could have took this as the main event, or the Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest match could have been the main event. This could have been match number 6 or match number 5 because there was 7 matches with this being the main event. This should not have been the main event just because the way if that's how y'all was going to go. This was not main event worthy. But that is it. What I'm going to give this. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 big ups because everything was good. The crowd was in it. Everything was good except for that final match. And that's the only thing I take a point for. I take a point just for the fact that the main event match felt a little flat. But you let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed my review of WWE Backlash 2023, you hit this button right there for all of my WWE reviews. And if you enjoyed the video so much you want to support the channel, you know what to do, guys. Hit those buttons. And as always, hit any one of these videos for more amazing content. Don't go anywhere because I got more coming at you. Peace.